It is recording now, and let's see, get this going.
We don't know how to project him up on the television screen.
He's doing the voice just, and this device here only takes voice.
Okay.
Let's see.
There she is. That's a good call on you. Like a one.
Now that's an entrance.
Ready? Where's Mr. Ireland coming through?
Right here.
Oh, okay, cool. Good evening, Mr. Ireland. How are you tonight? I'm doing pretty good. Just making sure the phone is by the microphone so they can pick you up. Good. So the Supreme Court of the United States, you know, we gotta have you on the speaker here.
Is this supposed to be mine?
I don't know, it's just sitting there.
Must be yours.
No, this must have been Florida League of Mayors.
Disappointment, you thought you had a lady?
Okay, we got everybody connected, the camera's on.
It's at 6 o'clock.
No,
Well,
1 minute, 1 minute, 2.
1 minute.
You have another sheet too? You got another sheet too?
No, I
So-
got that one after Toby as a rescue, and she died that, she was 7 or 8 years old, and the woman just took her to the vet and asked her if they put her to sleep, and they said, no, they don't. We don't just put dogs to sleep for the heck of it. She said, well, she said, we'll take it and find somebody,
Oh, wow.
and David Glenn, called, or got on Facebook, said they had one, about 8 months after Toby had died.
Oh, wow.
I went over there and she was deaf,
Mhm.
and she just took to me, and I just couldn't put her down.
Oh.
She said, well, you wanna think about it over the weekend? It was on Friday. I said, I got her in my hand, I'm taking her home. She said, okay.
Okay, here we go, Mr. Ireland and everyone. We're starting with the invocation. Would anyone like to lead an invocation? So we'll just have a moment of silence. Okay, I'm calling the meeting to order and we'll go with our pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, instead of praying in public, I promise you I will. I don't like, not have to pray. So I'm going to practice.
Okay, roll call,
Okay.
Mr. Huffenberger?
Sure, Mayor Thomas is absent. Councilmember Terry,
Here.
Councilmember Harold,
Here.
Councilmember Merrick,
Here.
Councilmember Poon,
Here.
Town Clerk here, and Town Attorney present by phone.
Good. Okay, item 1, additions, deletions, changes, and approval of the agenda. The 2 agenda items are listed on the back. Because they're so short, I'm gonna read both under new business. Approval of signers of Town of Fort White bank account at Campus USA Credit Union. And then the second one, approval of debit credit card for the Town of Fort White at Campus USA Campus Credit Union. Do we have any discussion, need of discussion for those 2? Does someone make a motion to approve the agenda?
I move to approve the agenda.
We need a second.
Second.
We have the approval in the second. All those in favor of aye, say aye. Aye. Oppose? 0, so that passes Joe 4-1. Public comments?
Who is the
4-0, right?
4-0?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Used to be a school teacher.
Hey, I'm not the accountant, screwing up all the numbers. Public comments, Stu, you're out.
No, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, item 3, new business. Now we go straight into it. The first one, approval of signers of Town of Fort White bank account at Campus USA Credit Union. Discussion.
I have a question. Since I found out last meeting, Lonnie is, after November, it's not gonna be here, right? Are we gonna have to go through another process again to get Lonnie off and to replace him? Like, would it be,
Can I interject?
yeah,
What the problem has been from Campus USA is they just needed minutes from a meeting showing our motion to either take someone off or add someone. And so I would think next time it'd just be an item on the agenda.
just for a motion to,
Yeah, because we have to get them proof of, minutes, proof of the actual motion being passed or denied.
and the mayor is being taken completely off?
No.
Okay.
And we're gonna decide the people, what we talked about in the last meeting. The two of y'all, Councilman Coon and Miss Merrick's, Councilwoman Merrick's, y'all declined. You can say aye now if you want to be on that list. But the main intent was to get our clerk on the list, which we discussed the night he was hired. And then, it's escalated to this because the mayor refused to sign a particular check. And that check was for the Bentley Law Firm, which is, in my opinion, a blatant malfeasance, example. Because as mayor, he has to follow the lead of the council, and it was voted that we would pay for that.
And this may be a question for Mr. Ireland, because in the charter, it says that the clerk and the mayor has to sign each check or it's void. So,
No. Pardon me, interrupted you, but what the 2023 legislation says, that the section 46, execution of contract validation of requirements for expenditure of funds. In addition to all other requirements of this charter regarding contracts, no contract entered into by the town shall be valid unless executed on behalf of the town by the mayor or a council member and the town clerk.
and that was what section?
That's section 46 of the 2023 legislation found on page 35 of the document I have. Or a council member was added.
Or what?
Or a council member was added to it at that session. That's what he said, just said.
Are both of y'all good, Mr. Ireland, Ms. Merrick's? Okay, so, the other night we discussed, and this isn't necessarily in order, but I'll go try to say it in order. Mr. George Thomas, as the mayor, will remain as a signer. Joe Helfenberger, as the clerk, will be added. I'm already on there as the vice mayor, and Lonnie Carroll agreed to be on there as a signer. So that way, under the advice of Mr. Leonard, and correct me, Mr. Leonard, if I'm wrong, it won't be a chase to get people to have accessibility, to have checks signed and moved out.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not, yes. So I need a motion to have those as the designated signers or signators If not, I'll make the motion.
Go ahead, I'll make a motion, we add the clerk and Mr. Lonnie, or Councilman Lonnie, to the signing check of the Campus USA Credit Union account,
Checking account.
checking account.
Okay, I'm just repeating the motion, from Bill Coon. And I'm just gonna name all four, Bill. Mayor George Thomas, Joe Helfenberger, Catherine Terry, and Lonnie Harrell will be the designated signatories for the town of Fort White for the Campus USA checking account. I need a second, or request a second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
No.
Nay. So 3 ayes, 1 nay. So the motion passes. And that moves us to the next item of business. Approval of debit credit card for the town of Fort White at Campus USA Credit Union. In our last meeting, I was shocked. We were informed that the current credit card is still with Seacoast, which is not necessarily a problem. But it was under Connie Breachin and had been used all this time under her name. And so just open one at Campus USA Credit Union. And if needed, we'll close out the other one. We've got to make sure there's a transition period where it is open at Campus Credit Union. And also, I don't know personally if we have any other banking accounts at that bank, because remember there was a transfer during this past year. We picked up the credit union. Do y'all remember that?
I don't think we have anything else with them.
And-
It was my understanding that everything was transferred to campus.
Okay,
That's my understanding as well, but Seacoast still has our credit card?
Yes,
Okay.
so do we want to include in the motion that once the credit card is up and running at Campus USA, we then close out the Seacoast?
No, I think we gave Mr. Heffenberger direction to look at the interest and see if we could get interest free for the transfer, see what was best for us as the town
Okay,
before we close it out. I think the biggest thing that we told him was to get Connie's name off of it and then look into the transfer.
Do we have a balance on the credit card? Yeah.
we would have a small balance right now because things like, the gift card for Buster were put on there. But it gets paid up every time we do the bills monthly,
Right.
so it shouldn't be much on
Right,
there.
right.
But there will be a balance on there.
and on that note, I'd like to request that we have documentation of every expenditure on that credit card since Connie left. Does that require a motion?
No, I can do it.
I think that should be part of the, like, researching.
I'm sorry, Mr. Leonard, does that require a motion, motion?
No, the bank will give you that, it will be on the statement, or you need to go give you all the statement.
Okay. And so it's my understanding we're not closing Seacoast, but we're attempting to open Credit USA.
And yes, and look into the options of what it could be. I don't know, you may wanna keep Seacoast and Open Credit USA.
We went with Campus USA because of the better rates, you know, so I would suspect, and that I haven't done any research, but I would suspect it's a better deal.
So on the, approval of the debit and the credit card, are the same people, I suppose, if you're on the checking, you would have access to the debit card, like you would be a user on the debit card?
We need to name those individuals separately.
Okay,
Either that or if my name was on there, I would, you know, if somebody else needed to have an approved expenditure, it could be, you know, let's say, it could have the assistant go take care of it or something.
So basically, we will approve the debit and the credit card, and the clerk is the only user on that
Yes.
card.
Yes, the clerk.
I agree with her.
Are we trying to open this before we find out which one's the better deal?
Well, you're
Well, I'm just trying to avoid another meeting.
Well, we're automatically gonna get the debit card because it's attached to the account, the checking account. You automatically get a debit card. The credit card is something separate, I would think.
It may be a debit card and not a credit card, but, it can be used as a credit card. But we pay everything up every month.
Yeah, but we want to look into the credit card option also,
Sure,
because that's what we have. We had a separate debit card and credit card with Seacoast. So I think that's smart to have, instead of everything just being attached to our debit card. That's what I.
okay.
And so it's my understanding, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, at this time, we won't do a motion on the credit card. We'll do the investigation of the interest. We'll do the investigation of changing the name on the Seacoast. If it's worth keeping for the interest. Do y'all agree with that?
I agree.
Madam
Yes.
Chair, I'd like to move that we, update the Seacoast card immediately to take off, former town employee and make Mr. Joe Helfenberger the only authorized, user for that credit card. And then I also move that we update the debit card at, Campus USA Credit Union to Joe Helfenberger as the, only authorized user for the debit card at campus.
I second.
Okay, just so we'll all understand, we're gonna still investigate the Seacoast, but remove anybody's name except Joe Helfenberger and explore a debit credit card at Campus USA and have only clerk Joe Helfenberger.
Explore a
Interest.
credit
Credit
card
card.
at Campus USA, but signed Joe as the only user of the debit card.
Yes,
Right, because we should have the debit card already, like Ms.
yes.
Merrick's pointed out.
Mr. Ireland, did it sound like we're,
Yeah, I don't want to throw a monkey wrench in this thing, but to me, a debit card is the same thing as signing a check. So the money comes out of your account immediately. Credit card obviously is all different. If Joe can sign a credit card today, my suggestion would be that y'all don't hold off and do anything on the credit card until the next meeting and until we can look at this and see, number one, do you have an account with Seacoast? If you don't have an account, you don't have a debit card. And, whether, how you want to treat a debit card at the account rebate, if that makes any sense.
yes, sir.
It doesn't. Not to me.
So say it one more time for Ms. Merrick's.
Okay. There are two different things. A debit card withdraws money from your account immediately. So it's just like a check. Credit card, obviously, is a credit and you pay it whenever you decide to pay it. So if you don't have an account with Seacoast, then Seacoast is not going to give you a debit card. If Joe can sign a credit card now, then I would suggest that you wait until you get all the information you need before you decide whether you want a credit card with anybody else's signature.
So, Mr. Ireland, I believe the issue with the old credit card is that Joe's not an authorized signer.
Well, that's got to do something about that, I understand that. So, if I were there and my advice, I would just get him to be the authorized, take off whoever's authorized signer on there, if they're no longer with the town, and have him be the authorized signer on the credit card, and then deal with debit and credit later, after we have the information we need to make a decision.
We're not trying to get a debit card with Seacoast. We know we don't have a debit card with Seacoast. We don't have any other accounts. with them supposedly. The debit card, I think you're a little confused. The debit card is going to, for him to be the only user in of the debit card for campus. And then the credit card issue is to remove the old clerk and have him put on that card at Seacoast.
I think that's
It's
what
the
it just
customer
said.
pay.
At Seacoast, the credit card is currently at Seacoast. The debit card is with campus.
All right, just, my suggestion, Madam Chair, is that the, motion would be to, exactly what Councilman said, remove the old transfer from the credit card, because add Joe there, and then add him as the debit card signer at Campus Credit Union, if you have a debit card there.
That's what your motion. And I
Yes.
second it.
Right, so,
Say your motion
Is-
one more time.
Hold on, is Connie the only one on that?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
So if we remove her and we put Joe there,
Mhm.
okay.
Well, let's say move existing. I have no idea if
I
like,
don't either.
if Ronnie
Maybe
Frazier's
still
on
have
there,
it.
or Donald Cook, or James Richardson. You know, cause that has probably been around a long time.
Well,
And I-
Lonnie's motion would cover it. He said to update the.
Good, just say that one more time if you don't mind, Lonnie.
alright, so I move that we, update the credit card signers at Seacoast to Joe Helfenberger only. And then we, update the debit card, user at Campus USA Credit Union that's associated with our checking account to Joe Helfenberger only.
And I second that motion.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? So it passes 4-0. And
One question before we adjourn.
Yes,
Can
sir.
we set the workshop at
Sure.
this meeting?
I don't think so.
No?
We're only allowed to do these issues.
can you send out an email tomorrow to set it?
Sure,
You know, what dates do we have available?
okay. We're talking about the one for the, land planning,
The water.
the water,
The planning,
right,
the,
The ordinances
everything
concerning the
going on,
food
the ordinance
stuff.
and the food truck and stuff.
yeah.
What we talking about?
But what's going on with the water? Never mind, we're only supposed to discuss this. I'll call you.
Sure, okay. Okay, someone want to adjourn?
So we need the banks.
Are you able to email that to, Rusty called me today from Campus US.
Yeah. I can email it to the bank.
Okay. If not, I can take it up there, but I get everything these days is electronic, correct?
It should work
Yes.
with email. You
Okay, sorry, Mr. Harrell.
No, I was gonna ask you about that. I know you're off tomorrow, so you're gonna get that to the bank via email.
can- Yeah,
Okay. And if not, you'll take care of it Wednesday when you're back.
Yep.
Alright, sounds good.
Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank y'all for letting me.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Ooh, happy birthday, whoever's birthday is. Oh, I just only want to know about the workshop.
And then do you still have the camera on, Mr. Huffenberger?
yeah, I gotta take care of that next.
Do y'all have a good evening?
You too. You as well. You too. How close you to your house?